let's be real. The silly season is full of food, drinks, parties, and family chaos. It is happening. It's in full swing at the moment, isn't it? And there's so many things that it brings with that. And there's a lot of times, there's a lot of questions on people's lips. How do we navigate this? And it's not only Christmas, but when life happens, what happens? What do we do to navigate this and keep ourselves in the healthy bubble, so to speak? But the first thing, I'm just looking down at my notes so I don't go off track, but the first one is choose progress over perfection. It's really, really easy just to think, oh, I'll just have a bad day, and next minute 2 weeks have gone past and you've had a bad day every day, right? So you don't have to eat perfectly. You just focus on some better choices, and then most of the time, right? So have a salad, and then if you want to have a little bit of cake after it, or some or whatever. But don't stress if you do have some treats, because you got to live. You can't live one of my clients spoke to me. They hadn't been on the program. I reached out and they said, "Oh, I don't want to go on the diet." And I just said, "Hey, look, it's not a diet; it's a lifestyle. And these are the things that you've got to kind of move ahead with. It's not a diet; everything's a lifestyle. And then look, over Christmas, yeah, you might let loose a bit, but you're going to have to pull in a little bit later. But that's what the lifestyle is. It's not going all out and then going on a diet and then putting it all back on and plus interest, it needs to be a lifestyle. And these are the strategies you use when life hits, or when people come around, or when you go out for dinner, because it's not what you do in between Christmas and New Year. It's what you do between Christmas. Not between what you do Christmas and New Year, but what you do in between. Is that right? No, not between Christmas and New Year, but New Year and Christmas. That's right around. That's when it that's when you got to live the lifestyle. But yeah, so choose progress over perfection. Try to eat well most of the time you're out, and then have a little bit. You want to plan ahead too. Make sure you're full before you go to events. Don't go to events hungry, because that's a sure way for you to eat the whole house down and eat everything else around it. So know what's coming. Eat a little bit earlier. Eat before you go. Don't go hungry. Stay hydrated, because when we're not hydrated, we can eat the house down too. And take some protein snacks with you. Well, I don't know whether that be a protein bar or something like that. So you're not hungry in between. And just choose wisely. Choose protein if you can. Choose salads if you can. But if you're gonna and try to eat, eat your kind of types of foods, like your salads and your proteins first, and then have your sweet treats after it, because the salads and the protein, they kind of line your stomach. So then when the sweet stuff goes in, it doesn't raise your blood sugar level too much. So that's a nice little hack for you. But but you've got to enjoy too. And if you do go out, don't be so hard on yourself. One bad day doesn't equal a bad year. Okay, so you can just get back on it the next day. But another thing is really just move your body. Like, if you can move your body as much as you can, or, because like, for instance, for me at the moment, I've had a lot of appointments and things like that. My weight training's gone out the window a little bit. So what I've decided to do is, when I take a class in the morning, that I'll do a quick 20-minute session Wednesday and Friday to get that weight training session in, because I know how important it is to build muscle. So I've had to just quickly change it around a little bit, because I used to go during the afternoon. So, even if it's, just getting a little bit in, and try to walk after you've eaten, or walk after you've had a high stress situation, because that brings the cortisol comes up, and then you've got to bring the blood sugar. If you walk, the blood, the high insulin goes into your muscles. So that's why you want to move. But even if it's just a little bit of a stretch through the doorway, or a little tiny little bit of a walk, after you've had lunch, just walk up to the doorway and back. Dance around the kitchen. Anything, or go out in the garden, just enjoy yourself, like try to get some movement in as well. And don't overcomplicate things, because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of things happening at the moment, isn't there? But don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. And if you have a bad day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't equal a bad year. So I hope you guys have a great Christmas. I still will be coming in next week, I think. Just looking at the date here. I'll still be in next week. And then I'm going to have a couple of weeks off, taking my foot off the pedal for between Christmas and New Year. I'm going away for a little while as well too, with my family. So it should be nice. So have a great Wednesday. There's some tips for you to navigate this silly season. So we'll see you next week. Ciao.